Alright, guys, we are live. It is Tuesday, December 1st. We have 1 month left in 2020, guys. It's almost over. But I think we all know what's coming, that 2020 is just the prequel to the 2021 that absolutely no one asked for. Fun. Anyways, let's have a look at SPY, what they did overnight. As we can see, they closed at about 362 even, or somewhere around here, and we are now close to 366, almost $6 in after hours. Those Wednesday options are probably up multiple hundreds of percentage points. That's not good for our account. We do have a couple directional spreads, one of which has its lowest leg at 366. That was one of the big ones that I put in to short through this level here, and we didn't get it. So, but I'm still holding it because I was still confident in an overall bearish direction for SPY over the next couple of weeks. But as you can see here on the 1 day, I've charted out this wedge pattern I've seen, and we broke out of it, found support, and then have shot up to here now. So, but I don't know how much higher we'll go because we're currently testing the top of a wedge pattern that not a wedge, a channel that I charted out a long time ago. Both of these lines are exactly parallel to each other. So I tried to get it as accurate as I could. Yellow's the midline. We've been above the midline for a long time, and the 180 period moving average is below the bottom channel line. That's how crazy we've been going up. I mean, look at this. We were above it, then the crash, way below, then way back above, and now we're rising again. It's absolutely crazy. Let's look at the 1 week one. See how long it's been. See, we're always staying above the 180 period moving average on SPY. It's almost not even worth it on them. What I need to have the day over here. So we're gonna open up here, and that's gonna kill our MACD again, because now we're starting to trend back up again. And I just want to see the line cross, just like here on the 1 hour MACD, where I think it's time for them to stop because this is getting ridiculous. I literally pointed it out like 2 weeks ago. It was like right here. I'm like, guys, get ready. When we hold under this thing long enough, we're gonna go down, and then boop, they went right back up. Actually broke out of a channel pattern to the upside there, which is stupid. I obviously, I mean, I don't understand. Uh, well, we'll be watching SPY today. Yeah, I mean, the last minute they've been trending up more, up to the 180 MA, but I just need them to stay within the channel, which the top of the channel right now is 366.25 about. So they're 50 cents away from that right now. The top of the channel's like right. If we zoom over here, we can see that I've adjusted it to fit the exact top right here. It's about 366.30-ish. So I don't know what I'm going to do if they go up through this, because I thought this was an obvious resistance level where they cannot go higher than this. But I'll have to see. No, the stream health is fine. It's fine. Can you turn off this widget for me? It's telling me the stream status is poor, but right now it's excellent. Thank you. There we go. Refreshing for me. Okay, so you can see this movement, these two kind of reflected right here in this, because this is the 5 minute. We were all the way up here at 360 earlier. This is similar to the big jump up here, where we shot up, tested this top, and then kind of failed, died off. Actually, I wonder if I should move this up a bit. I'm gonna leave it here because I think the line is flat enough that our resistance is going to be in the same 10-cent range, and as long as we adjust it to what people have now, that will kind of work that way for us. It'll be close enough. So MACD line cross above the 0 line for SPY on the 1 minute, RSI at 55. The 5 minute looks like it wants to turn back up, but the 1 hour and the 1 day are getting dangerously close. The 1 hour I think is next. They're up at 64, and they're one to turn. That's what I want there. That's gonna be a really safe play. And now whenever I trade directional spreads, I like to go for 10 to 15%, depending on whether or not I'm dealing with commissions on a certain broker. Because I want to get about 10% a week. And if I am doing commissions, I kind of need to get a little bit more credit. I'd had to move my risk down a couple dollars, but sometimes if you can do the 10% ones and the stock only away from what the options you had, say I sold stuff up here and then it dies off, and then, well, you can't really sell options there, but you know what I mean. Say I sold puts down here, which is exactly what I did. Those are going to be dead tomorrow. Sold them for 10. I think they were worth 8 yesterday. See here. Here's the put spread. They're worth 8. There's a 346, 345 put spread for not this Friday, but next Friday. So we'll see. I put it in ask to fill that at I think 5 or 4. Let's see if we look at that. I put in an order to SPY it. Close it at the best price available. No, I don't want that. I'm going to I'm just going to manually place the order because it's not letting me do exactly 5 cents like it let me put. Okay. Because I will just wait for the market to open, have a look at how the price is changing today, and then I'll probably I want to close it out like right at open, because I feel if I waited half an hour for the liquidity to go away, the stock could have corrected down a few dollars. I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm hoping it goes down. The indicators, this one says it could. This one says maybe wait a minute. This one says maybe in the immediate, like, next 10 minutes we might go down. And the 1 day is getting closer and closer. We're back into this stupid thing where we keep going up. I mean, this is the market crash, but then we stayed above the 0 line for such a long time. Went under, above, and now we're up here again. Are we due for another correction? I don't know. But I'm waiting for it, and I'm kind of hedging some bets right now to be able to capitalize if and when that happens. Remove that drawing. I have a little wedge pattern here for some reason. I want to delete those. I have to use such a weird grip on this mouse because if you slide your fingers on it, it immediately cancels what you're trying to click. we go. Yeah, so I don't know how we're gonna trend up, what's going on, which way we're gonna want to go, but we'll see here. What is this? That's weird. Okay. This one we're gonna check out. Our invest account, long-term account. That's not going to update immediately at open, but we can basically calculate what some of the changes were. So what we can do is have a look at this. Our market open isn't going to be as good because of the 366, 368 put spread that we have for this Friday. SPY's gotten dangerously close to that. Hopefully we can just validate down and correct off of this news. I want to look at how we reacted last time we had news like this. We went from 355 to 366. This was $11, but that corrected all the way down. It corrected itself in one day. There was another one here somewhere, right here. This down day went from 361 down to, I think it closed at 359. That's only $2. But we dropped another 2 here right in after hours, unless this was right before close. I can't tell if this is before after hours or not. It seems whenever we have a big spike, we immediately cool off a large amount. So I'm wondering if I should just try to average into a put spread. A call spread. Let's see, we're good about that. Play notification here on YouTube. But the small account's got a call spread on it, which is gonna make quite a bit. I didn't even realize. Oh, 3060 Ti? What the heck is that? Just a second. Is this a joke? That's so cute. That's really cute. $400 for 1440p gaming? Cool. Yeah, my brother wants me to compile a list of PC parts for his build. He's like, oh, I've got a budget of about this and this. And I think either that or a 3070 would be a good deal for a card to get in his build for the budget he has. If you pair that with a maybe a Ryzen 5 3600, or I might look at the i7 route. Since he's using it primarily for gaming, the clock speeds tend to be a bit higher on Intel processors, where they kind of compromise on multi-core performance. Most of the games he plays capitalize off of single-core stuff, so Intel might be better there. I have to do a bit more research, but I think a 3060 Ti, that's very interesting. Never heard of that. Okay. So if we go to the trade tab here, we don't have any of our trades in here anymore. What we can do is we can go to the December 4th. We can go to the 3066. It there, gonna be in the money. And we can sell a vertical. Move this to the 368. Spread. So it's these two. It was worth 54 at close the other day, but our condors were starting to make money. So how we can calculate this? Let's see. SPY is basically up almost $4. Let's just say it's 3 to calculate this math. The delta on the 366 call is 46. The gamma is the amount by which the delta would change per dollar move. So if this went up $1 in value, the gamma means that for the next dollar, the delta would probably go up by about 11. And you can see that here on the 58 here. And it looks like down to about the 363, everything was worth about $100. The delta was on it. That was just as of close. But looking out at these guys, what we can do is we can calculate for a $3 move. Delta would have gone up 46 for the first one, up 57 for the second one, up 71 for the next one, and then up 50 for the next. So that option is going to go up about, let's see, if it's 127, then we're going to add 46 for the dollar move up, then 57 for the next dollar move up, which is about what you see the gamma is kind of calculated using the deltas of the surrounding options. So this one is 10 because it's another 10 from here to there. This one's 8 because it's 8 from here to there. That's kind of what it means. We would add 73, and we would add 50. So now that option is probably worth about $353. So that sounds about right because you're about $3.50 in. Okay, so this one's going to be worth about $350. Let's just say $350. Now let's do the same with the other one, the 368 call, which is currently worth $71. Then we're going to add the delta for a dollar move up, which is 28. Then add the next delta, which is 36. Then add the next delta, which is 57. And then we'll add about half of the next one, about 35. That option is going to be worth about $220, which means that our spread will be worth about $130 here at market open. With the higher volatility, that's going to be an immediate loss of $80. Unless we realize it, that would be an $80 loss, but I will just be holding it. I'll be waiting to see if we get a turnaround on the charts here. If we can get back down to 365, that's a big drop to hit before the open. But I mean, look at what we did here. We held the 365 level. That's a key level. So we got to have that one marked out. So the level we bounced off of, 362.50, 362.49. And then our close was 362 even. Then we have our day low, which is already marked with a green line. Basically, it was this thing, but we can mark right there. Alrighty, and the price level for this one, we're going to move it down. 359.15 sounds about right. We'll do that. So that looks better on this chart up here. So here are some key levels I'm seeing. Anything here, I'm not really seeing anything. I mean, maybe that. I don't know about 364 or 20. I'm just going to ignore that. I like this level here. We did wick under it a couple times because of some weird bids and asks, and then we had our high volume. Even higher volume now, going into open, and now a drop off here, down about 15 cents in the last couple minutes. Operation Warp Speed Chief Mancha Slawi says there's no reason to believe the FDA has sped up or slowed down COVID-19 approval process. Says not heard of any tensions between Trump admin and FDA. Okay. Yeah, that first level I'm watching is 360. Well, actually, I like this level too. 365.35. As a short, 365.35. Let's put 34. Give it a bit of room to breathe there. 34 is about where it was. That would be your first short level. Then you have here as a short level. And there's really nothing concrete we have to go off of. Unless you count the 363.20. About there. And I say that because we kind of hit resistance there. We fell down, found support on this level. And then we resisted here for a few minutes and then shot up through it. So actually, I'm going to delete this one. Close. I don't like that one. So there's a few key levels I'm seeing right now. But again, not very characteristic to run up. So I don't see too many different places where you could have some key levels because it happens so fast. So Tesla stock will be added to the S&P 500 all at once. Saw that yesterday. I don't think that's what shot the market up, though. Our MACD is about 84. On this cross up here, it was at 1.4, so that was really high. Over here was at 1.5, so this was very, very high MACD. This one was at 2.6, so this is very high. So this is actually not that high of a MACD, not as strong of a signal. But maybe we can fail the 365, 30, this 35 level, basically. 365, 35 level here. And then I think I'll do some hypothetical shorts with some debit spreads and options where I can see what my fill price would have been, but I'm not actually going to trade that stuff. I'm only selling options right now. When I get above 25, I'll start day trading this stuff. This is a short level. Edit the properties of this. We want it to be pointing to something on the bottom. Okay. The alignment. I keep screwing that up. Okay. Edit properties. Top. Okay. That's better. This will be a short level here. Just going to hold it right there. It's going to look kind of disproportionate on the other price levels. But just going to be patient. See if you got any response. So my job interview went through. I start work in a couple of days. But that's not going to affect my stream. I'll still be streaming the same time. Okay. We have our Robinhood on here open. I think the rise in implied volatility here is going to heavily affect our options. But with this big of a run up, I don't know how much juice they have to go to the upside. This is a similar move to what we saw here, where it ran into the upside, was about to cross right at open, and they shot up even more. But now we're at a way higher price. So do you go with the indicator or like guess that it's going to do that? You can't just assume that it's going to be like last time. Anything that seems too easy is probably something that just a lot of people think it's too easy. So they all are going to try to buy this up. I don't know. I'm still trying to understand the market myself. But at this point, I don't think there's any reason to think that we couldn't do this again. But you had other things lining up here. You had the chart pattern here that everybody was looking for. You had news that shot that up through there. Here we have news again. But yeah, we are getting dangerously high, guys. I miss when SPY was down in the 340s. Got about 5 minutes here. SPY trending down as of late. Looking at the MACD, they may find support about the 365.40 level, unless they decide to drop all the way down or that's their bottom. Might have just put it in because they put that level in twice, right here and right here. So we'll watch that closely. The 9-period SMA, it's getting close to that. We'll see how it interacts with that there. The 5 minutes, kind of hard to look at, but it looks like while they are below the 0 line, they do have a couple candles opening below the 9-period SMA. They had that happen here, though, and not much came from it. It's low volume here with these big moves, but we had a lot of volume right here. This is at 720. Any news at 720? Yep, senior U.S. State Department official Alex Wong accuses China of seeking to undo UN sanctions regime on North Korea. Says premature sanction relief for North Korea remove key impetus for something. It's cut off there to negotiate denuclearization. Denuclearization. Fun word. Opening in about 4 minutes. I love talking about the market while I watch. It helps me make good decisions. Redbook reports U.S. retail sales during first 4 weeks of November up month over month, 3.7% year over year. Okay, good for them. Oh, I just want to see this thing open, see which way we go. I'm wondering if right at open we just blast through this level. Look, if it does that, it was just an educated guess. But that's just something I want to happen. Yeah, this MACD wanting to go down. Thing about some of these condors and stuff is that even though the price of them shot up here, they were still really far away from the strike. So it didn't erase the fact that come Friday, which, see if this was Tuesday, this was Friday, that the options expired worthless. They closed right there at the end of the week. So if it's far enough away from your strike, like I have a couple condors here. I have a 373, 374 call spread. That's still right now $8 away. You have a condor with 350 and 376 legs. Basically, you have to break the 370 level to even have any business considering exiting these positions on this account. But again, the other one does have the 366 bottom leg on a $2 wide spread. So there's $200 collateral there, got $40 credit. So that was about a 20% credit ratio. And that's going to be up to about 60 come open if the Greeks calculate for what they did yesterday. There is the theta as well that I should have calculated in. It was worth 120. What's a theta? The theta is like only a $5 difference, maybe 245. I forgot. No, wait, what did I say it was? $150? Could be 145. I don't know. We'll see. But we'll see that here right at open. We have, let's see how many seconds we have. We have about 35 seconds. We could check the option chain here right at open. And then we'll do some hypothetical debit spread trading. And then maybe some naked call theoreticals and see which one might have made us more money for the amount that we're kind of putting up here. All right, 5 seconds here to open. And it's go time. A lot of volume there on open. Holy cow. 25 cents up. Have a look at our Robinhood. We're going to start down $8. So rise in volatility on a few of them that had lowered the other day. Down $11 alone on the 373, 374 call spread, but we're at $5 on the 346, 345 put spread. So that's lost about 50% of its value since we sold it yesterday, but it expires in 2 weeks. That's making me think I should put it in order to, let's try, we're going to put in our bid at 4. See if it gets taken at 4. If that gets filled at 4, that would be amazing. Maybe not, we'll see. Now we're back to a gray candle, about 500,000 shares volume, about 600 now. They want to hold that level. First key level you want to watch is right here, this short level right here, 365.35. They break through that, they could be going back down. But that's a really big wick there on that move. We can have a look at what our option's worth now. It's worth about 90. The difference between those two. So you can see the deltas have changed a little bit. The gammas have changed a bit less as well. And then our theta is also up as well because a lot of extrinsic value is put onto these guys now. It was like 17 or so before open, I think it was on one of these. But now that it has more extrinsic value on top of it, you're potentially going to lose. You're going to lose a bit more of that premium per day now that it has a higher implied volatility. Now we're going back to the downside. We failed this little level here. Back above it now, see if they can hold. Trying to chew through that now. See if that'd be a sell-off level or not. Now we're only down $5. Actually, this little $4 thing I'm trying to fill, it's not filling. Let's try it at 5 real quick before it potentially goes back up to 6. And then we'll have that $100 freed back up to potentially enter another spread here in about 30 minutes. Let's try 0.5. The ask is 3 and the bid is 7. Bid ask came down to 6, so hopefully we get filled at 5. Come on, let's get it. We did get filled. 5% for the amount of $100 we used on collateral for that guy. Heading back down now, 365.40, 365.5. Trying to hold this level. There's a lot of volume in here, but right here on open, all these wicks, you saw about 600,000 shares of volume just in the third minute. We're over 1 million shares traded already today, and it's been 4 minutes. There's a wick back up. But yeah, 1 hour MACD. I'm watching for potential weakness because we went so far up. Wait for a couple candles to open below. If we zoom in on here, I have that control plus. I'm actually going to move this font because it's kind of blocking my 1 hour. That didn't do anything. We're just going to delete that. Move drawing. So we have a candle here trying to close below the 9-period SMA. We'll watch and see if they want to close below it. Then I'll be watching for the candle after that, the one that goes from basically 10 to 11 Eastern to open and close below as well. And at the close of that candle, the close of the first full candle to open and close below, I would then enter a trade at 11 as a short. There's your failed level right there. Lots of wicks heading down, but they failed this first key level I was talking about. The next key level, I mean, this thing is kind of irrelevant because it's just this guy right here. It's this. This doesn't really count. But I counted this as the level because you have a lot of these times where the 365, is this 15? No, 365 even level was held by some bids and asks. We'll see how far they want to go down now. 365.08, they're already almost back down to that 365 even level. It seems I just meant it'd be a big drop-off open. And again, that was an educated guess because you had all the indicators going for you. There's the 365 fail. Gonna try to chew through that price level as well. So we got out of our puts early, and now the calls are gonna go back up. We're actually now up. It says $5 on the day, but that's I don't think that's right. I think I'm at break even right now. Yeah, we're up on that, secured that profit. Our 373, 374 call spread is still down $9. That's up to 19. We sold it for 10. But that thing again, $373. That is $8 to the upside. Sometimes it's just better to not look at it. I mean, not that you should be ignorant. You still need to manage positions if they fail. Here's a good strong rebound here on a little bit less volume. Had a lot of volume on this fail candle. We'll keep watching. They're getting close to the 180 MA on the 5-minute. The MACD was already below 1 hour crossing as well. So I'm going to wait for a few more signals. Again, probably not until 10 Eastern would I look into would I enter a trade because I'm Central Time. Kind of messed that up. We'll watch for that. And then I will potentially get into another bearish trade, selling some more calls. Maybe up at least the 368, 369 level, maybe even 370 if I can get 10% credit on $100 spread. My long-term account already has a $2 wide spread with the 366 calls. Uh, we were very close to it right here. Not saying we won't come back. I'm hoping we don't. But yeah, the 1 hour MACD pointing to downtrend, big sell off here, about 60 cents, and now they're trying to bounce back. Hit 25, 30, trying to get back up to this level, see if they use it as resistance or they break back up through it. That would kind of deem this one irrelevant if they can break back through it. Slough to have 150 million doses per month by March between all vaccines. Did that just come out at 8:32? I mean, that was right here. You had your sell-off right when he said that. And people are buying back in. We're all the way up to that level before. So we got out of the puts kind of right here, and then you had your breakdown. Now the calls are going to go back down in value a little bit. We're going to keep watching this, though. This Robinhood thing only showing my last 3 days when I look at the week. That's odd. Anyway. So we'll look to enter more spreads once we get a turnaround. There's a big surge back up. Let's see what the spread is worth. 90. So you would be taking about a $70 loss. No, 50, because I took a 40-cent credit. And that's sometimes a good place to take a stop. I'm thinking if they actually break the 366 level, I'll just close it. But I want to be sure. This is a lot. This is less volume here, a little bit less, but we are shooting up like crazy. 365, almost all the way up to 365.80. So this is almost an 80-cent move, just about 80 if you count the bottom of this wick to the top where this one is, because it's kind of below. But we will have to see that. I'm glad I sold the put spread yesterday. Down here, I think, is where I sold it. And it was 2 weeks out. I closed it for 50% of the options value. So it lost 50%. But since it took $100 of credit and I only made 5 on it, that's 5% overnight on that trade alone. Watching for how they want to interact with the 180 period moving average here on the 1 minute. They tested it there. They actually were above it here in after hours. Showing a few wicks. We'll see if they want to go through. Getting really close there, but on the 5 minute, you can see we're back above our previous bid. Up 1% on the day. Pretty big move for something like SPY. Why does vaccine news always affect the market this heavily? People need to realize that, like, this still means, like, again, he said 150 million doses per month by March. That's 5 months. That's almost half a year. 3 months. 4 months. Because it's December. I don't know. Very crazy. So hopefully by the next 30-minute mark, we can be somewhere below 360. That's when I would take a short. So watching for that. See, that was a really big spike up. Now we're reversing. This is a little bit less volume here on the sell candles. Had big white here, 4 grays, 4 whites. Now we're going back into gray candle territory. And about, see if we opened right here at 54. We're basically up 15 cents since open. So we'll see that wick down. That was a bullish hammer candle there. MACD lines are always like crazy here. But seriously, this is where I'm watching the 1 hour MACD for something, because I need the market to give me a reason to hold on to my 366, 368 put spread. because this is way too close for me. I took a 20% credit on this thing a couple of weeks ago, and it shot from 50, which was a $10 loss, up to 90, which is now a $50 loss overnight. Now, while I can still gain all that profit by Friday, it's going to be tough because I need to make sure that SPY finishes not even 30 cents higher than they are right now. Obviously, big moves in the market do not continue over multiple days. Like, you see a big move like this, people might price it in the options. Oh, what if they do that every day until the expiration? They could do that, but they're not going to. They need to have cool off days. They need to have corrections. Even if they do go up or stack, are they going to continue it at this pace? The buyers have to keep stepping up, and the higher it goes, the less buyers there'll be. So the fact that people are still buying this thing up on this news, I'm wondering who's buying all this stuff, because this top level here, this is like 366. I might have to just close it. And then let's see, today's gain and loss is actually, it says 0, but that's because it hasn't even been 15 minutes. These two I'm going to close. I'm going to get it ready. I really don't like it to get this close at all. This is basically 40%. You know, I'm thinking what my max loss is on it. My max loss is $160. Right now I'd be taking a loss at 50, so I'd be eliminating about, let's see, it's probably up even more now. 192. I gotta give it time. I'm gonna give it about 17 more minutes. We're gonna analyze it about the half-hour point. Then we'll look at it. Because last time I had trades where I thought of selling. Let's see if we can zoom out here, right here. I got squeezed out of everything right here. All these condors are like, oh no, they're all the way up at 368, but they're so close. It's $5 away. They ended up finishing right at that same spot. I'm not saying that's what they're going to do now. What I'm thinking is I made a mistake by taking losses because I rushed it. It's literally been 13 minutes since the market opened. I can't just sell all of my positions. I'm going to wait and see what the market wants to give me. Because over the long term, we have the MACD trending down. That could point to a correction where even if we close this thing at a loss, we could get in at a way better price. If we saw this cross, maybe the stock drops back down to 363 or something, find support here. By the time we get another MACD turnaround like down here, you might even be able to close the option out close to what you sold it for. Keep watching it. The 1 minute MACD, we have what looks like the first of a gray candle here on the MACD. I've been bearish on SPY for a while now. I think right about here is where I started to say, okay, it's going to happen. Look at how close the MACD lines are getting. And then they've just been taunting me. 6 days in a row, they've been like the exact same distance from me. So annoying. But we're getting close. There's a new high, almost to the 366 level. That's going to put the Robinhood account down because that call spread at 373 is going up in value all the way up to 22. I'm willing to hold those though. I closed out my put ones for the best price I could get them for right before this drop here in case they didn't come back. Man, I don't even know if that's a lot of volume. So we'll have to watch this. My stop, while I don't want to have to exit anything, 366.25 is where I'm taking the loss, hands down. They're 15 cents away from that now. I'm going to have to prepare the closing order, hoping I don't have to close it. Right here, I want to do these. I want to... Why is it not letting me do this here? We're going to trade those. The debit would currently be 97. It's just factored in the thing here. Looks like 95 is about what we would need it to get filled at. So I'll put in the bid at 95. Actually, I might have to do like 100. Let's try 97. And I'll have it ready to preview. But I'm not going to close it unless they touch above 366.25. If they can cool off here, they can give me a reason to take a second and hold it, then I'll hold it. There's a sell-off right after, less volume. The less volume worries me, though. So, watching that closely. I have to go get some water here in a sec. I want to make sure they don't do anything while I'm gone. Okay. Look down here. Okay. I'm going to go get water real quick. Give me like 20 seconds. Hopefully they are not going to shoot back up through 25 in the next 20 seconds. Okay, just a sec. Okay, I'm back. I survived. Looks like we are okay. Finding support there at the 180 period moving average. So I'm thinking a new high might be my stop, unfortunately. Let's see if we have any. Okay, nobody on chat. No questions. I'll answer any questions anybody puts in the stream chat. I'll just wait for this to this goes up above. Yeah, again 25 is where I'm going to close this thing. This channel thing is just so. Should I move the stop up? I want to wait for a clear break through that line. It's right off of the frame on the 1 minute. It's like right here. If they go up through that, then I have no idea what the heck they are doing. But on the 1 minute, this could be your time to cool off. 5 minute MACD, while they want an uptrend, why would they want an uptrend after this? You're less likely to have an uptrend this big after something like that. So, not that I'm going to ignore the 5 minute MACD, but I'm thinking it might be a little bit low right now for what we're seeing. Is close though. So you can see our wick up got really close to this top line again. This is the top of a channel that, I mean, I don't know how they're going to manage this. It's just all this good news coming out at once. Haven't had anything bad in a long time. So I'm talking a lot, but I'm anxious to see where they go. 366 is now the price we're at. You can look, the trade is now worth about 93, 94. So going down a little bit. And if I was actually day trading this stuff, I would probably just do debit spreads at MACD turnarounds. Now, while this is the current direction SPY is going at, while they're going up, I would look into a debit spread to the downside off the 1 minute MACD. Manufacturing PMI November 26, 56.7 versus 50. What that huge buy-in was. $11, $12, Yeah, this top blue line has been a big channel I've been watching for a long time. It's been a resistance. They've met it, I think, 3 different times. So this would be the first time that they actually meet that high while the market is open. How many bulls are going to come in and try to, how many bulls are going to try to push it through there? Is it going to make it? We wicked down really low on open and now we're back up. One-hour MACD lines. Got about 10 minutes and we'll get another 1-hour candle. Hopefully we can get that back down to open below the 9-period SMA on the 1 hour. If not, I'll probably have to wait until about where the end of the stream would be before I consider entering a trade going off of the 1-hour indicators. The 1-hour indicators have normally been pretty solid. As you can see, if I did one here at close where you had the 1-hour MACD, then closed it maybe across down here, or maybe just when I wanted to take profit there, it would have been pretty good. Again, these are December 4th, so they're 4 days away. 3 days away, technically, because this is Tuesday and they close on Friday. 23, they are still going. Holy cow. Man, I'm just confused at this point. How do we have energy for this? Alright. So I think I entered another Condor yesterday on the long term. The Condors are going to be fine. The Condors are like 380, 385 strikes. So I'm not going to close out of anything for now. There's the blue line. There's a wick above it, and we're going to close. Holy cow. How do you do that? How do you do that? It's back at $100 is what that spread's worth. Okay, I can't. What the heck is going on? This order status, make sure my thing was executed here. Oh, it wasn't. So I have a dilemma. I want to wait for these MACD lines to cross on the 1 minute. And then potentially wait for a better exit. I don't know if I want to close out of my calls during an upward movement. This might not be a good exit time. I put in my order for 97. It didn't get filled. And I'm just on the fence. Do I hold this? Do I not? Dashboard. Was that our top and I just had the line in the wrong spot? I don't know. Very nerve-wracking. These are trades I wouldn't want to be in unless, unless I could day trade them, I guess. I don't know. So the Condors actually have not gone down at all today. It's just the 66.88 spread. All the other Condors, this side looks like it went down, this side went up, this side went down, this side went up. This might be a good time to close out your put sides. Let's see what I did here. Do I have some really close to expiration that are good? Actually, no, because these are for the 18th. They're still going. I'm only up $4 on the put side. Oh, sorry, I gotta go by the total, Gino. That actually, make that much on that side. Oh, I was looking at the wrong thing. This put side might work. I might, because I can close out the put side and then leave the call side open, and then potentially close the call side out for a good price. Let's see, which side do I want to close out the? I think I'll close out the put side on one of these guys. This one, I made 281 on this guy, but lost 235 on that one because that's how spreads work. The market value of those is 53 and 68, so it'd be $15 is the max you're gonna get if you keep waiting. Yeah, I'm gonna close these. I'm gonna close that thing because there's only $15 left to gain on it, and that's if you hold it for, I think it's see, December 18th, that'd be like 3 weeks. So a dollar a day. So it's still about 1% a day. You do have gamma risk. See, if I was doing here, let's wait on that for a minute. I'm gonna keep holding that. I think I could keep making money on that. Here on SPY, you just had a candle open below. This could be a short level because you have your MACD, you have your RSI 5 minutes, kind of realizing what it's doing. These wicks are crazy right now. This would be a day trade short if you shorted at this level, 365.88. See if it fails that level because you have it below the 9-period simple moving average. You have a MACD line cross above the 0 line, and the RSI was really high. It's actually all the way down to 50, but you could watch that. I did not have the option chain in to see what would have happened, but that was very unfortunate move to the upside. Maybe you should have waited to have the 5-minute MACD in place for that. Holy cow. I'm going to adjust my little trendy line here up to there. And it just screwed up the whole line. Okay. We're just going to delete the line. And then we're going to replace it here. Keep an eye on it to make sure it doesn't go up. Duplicate drawing. Right up here. See how close we got. We're too high. Oh. Move it a tick to the right. All right, right about there. That's our level. So you can see it's actually pretty close to this, pretty close to that. And let's see if it has this level kind of accounted. It's a little bit above this. But I think that's our top. That's the kind of revised a few cents, sharpened down a bit. Well, my 10% credit spread, 20% credit spread is now in the money. While we're still up, though, I am going to close out this one put spread that's part of a Condor. See what I can buy that back for. If that's worth 15, let's see what it's worth now. See if that's the December 18th, 327, 322. 327. Sell vertical. No, wait. You want to see? Yeah. Sell vertical. And then we would be selling the 327, buying the 322. Is that what it is? Yeah. So we'd be buying them to close, selling them to close. 332, 327. No, 332 is 327. We're going to do 332. Sell vertical. We have a quick check SPY. Make sure we're fine. Okay. I think we're good for a second. 332, 327 is what I said, right? Okay. That's it right there. It says it's about 15. Okay. I'll try to close it for a debit of 15. That will close out a lot of good profit I got there. It's open. We'll wait to see if it gets filled. Potentially on a tick up. Because I really want that filled today. Got it. See if it went up in value. See, the natural ask is 14. Depends on how much volume you have. Okay. Watching them to break that level. If they do, this is my official stop. Okay. Close those out. Yeah, okay, we're done. We're gonna go to, oh man, I hate allies so much. $100. You piece of garbage. Man, I really don't want to, but I have to. We got it filled. Okay. We took a loss of $50 on that. The part that makes that suck more is that we actually had like a $10 to $20 gain on that yesterday. So it seems like a bigger loss because if we closed it out yesterday, it would have been way better. So Robinhood's not looking good because we have that call spread, but last time I just took a ton of losses when I could have held and they would have been fine. And you had to take a step back and think, yes, this is a rise in implied volatility, but when are you losing your money? I'm losing my money if by the end of next week they're above 373. That's $7.50 away. These are new all-time highs for SPY. This is absolutely crazy. USA ISM manufacturing down 57.5 versus 58,000 estimate. Prior was 59.3. See if we got that spread closed out. The 332, 327s. No, they're still here. Let's go check order status and let's try to get that one taken care of. Change order. I'll close it at 16. Take 16. All right, we got filled at 16. So we closed out the side of our condor that took a lot of the gain. So on a turnaround, we'll get, let's see, you gotta scroll over. Yep, there's your highs. This is absolutely crazy. I've never seen this in my time trading in the market. Why will the market not stop going up? This is just like earlier. Absolutely ridiculous. Okay. So we closed that out, made our profit there. Anything else we can close out on? 333, 335. We opened that yesterday. Let's see, those would be 325, 330 puts. They're down to 54 and 70. I could put in order to close that guy at 15. How about this? Can I get this filled at 15 bucks? This other put spread. Actually, I'm going to hold one just in case we keep going. I don't think we will, but it doesn't matter what I think. The market doesn't care. Man, I want to be day trading so bad. It's one of the reasons why I went and got a job. Glad I got the one I wanted. Okay. I had to shoot out a text to someone. I do not understand this at all. Okay, anyways, what we're going to do is we're going to wait for the 5-minute MACD to turn around and use that as our turnaround point, because I absolutely do not get this at all. This is just like the other day. Why does it go against your indicator when you find a key level that they stop at and they break through it anyway, even when all the indicators are saying, "Oh no, you should stop." Look at this RSI. It's rising above 70 on the 1 hour. It's been above 60 for the last 2 weeks, 3 weeks, almost a month. And you have your 5-minute here that's rising up into the 65. It's getting up to like the 70 on everything, and it's not stopping. What is happening? Just gotta wait for enough indicators to point to what will be our solid turnaround. But right now, I mean, all right. I don't think I'm gonna be exiting any trades here if they do anything crazy. I exited that one, which was a directional spread for the breakthrough 354, and we didn't get that. So, Newton said he'd be speaking to Pelosi this afternoon to discuss COVID relief. Oh, has anything ever come from that? People always buy in. I buy in, buy in. We're already at all-time highs. Why would you go up another $5? These people understand, or am I missing something? I don't know. All right, I'm gonna go take a break real quick. I'll be right back. While I'm gone, Pelosi will probably announce the stimulus check, even if I'm only gone 5 minutes. But I do not care at this point. I would be getting money, so whatever. Okay, give me about 5-10 minutes, and then I'll be back. Okay, Hiath returneth. Trading higher, November momentum. Positive COVID-19 vaccine news in recent weeks has boosted investor sentiment and lifted recovery hopes, although they are not in sight yet. I don't even get it. Well, we're going to keep watching for a cross. I mean, 5 minutes is where you would see. Let's see how the 5 minute reacted last time we had this happen. What day is this? We can't even go back that far on the 5 minute. Darn it. Okay, never mind. Throw up some stuff here. Watch their new highs, I guess 367 is just so close. Now they're trending up again. Your 5 minute MACD's just, I mean, nothing really to do until you wait for that. Let's see what our Robinhood's done here. Man, up to 367 now. And there's more all-time highs there for you fans of SPY, I guess. That's crazy. Well, we did get stopped out of our directional call spread that was too close to the money. We just went ahead and closed that out, but we do have some more that could still be affected by this. This one's up to $28. I sold it for $10. But they had to be underneath 373. Fed Chair Powell, Treasury Secretary Mnuchin testified before Congress on CARES Act. All right, I'm gonna go grab a muffin. I need a muffin. All right, I'm gonna be here, but I want to eat a muffin. So, and from some sound test, the chewing's pretty annoying. So, I'm gonna have it muted. If I have any comments, I'll unmute the mic. These new all-time highs are ridiculous. So yeah, I'm just gonna be waiting until the 5 minute MACD makes a turnaround because they are way overbought. getting close to what could be a turnaround, at least on the 1 minute, but they've had times before where they get really close to the 9-period SMA, they try to open below and they just shoot back up. So I'm going to wait an extra long amount of time here. 5 minutes what I'm waiting for, and that might be a while. Actually, that's a pretty solid open below the 9-period SMA. We had a similar one right here, so I want to make sure you don't get a wick back up. But the very high RSI, very high, the high RSI, high MACD, and a candle opening below the 9-period SMA. This is where you could go in and say, okay, let's go to SPY. Let's check the Friday. No, it would be Wednesday. You would buy a put. Right about there, you would buy, let's see, at the money put, sell one out of the money, be $40. So $40, your entry would be right here. So you get in at 40 right there. Let's mark that. 367.06 is about where our entry would have been if you went right at that open. Should have been short entry at 40. Okay. And then let's move this text here. Actually, we're going to go like this. Like that, and the alignment we want it. So we'll watch and see what happens here. But if we short it at 40, it's worth 40 still. We'll keep watching it and see if you could have made anything off a move to the downside. That's just on a little 1 minute, so you'd be holding it for about 10 candles. So we'll wait about 10 minutes from here. So this is your second candle. And then I like to wait about 10 candles when I'm doing these paper trades, I guess. It's not even a paper trade. It's just a theoretical. What would you have been filled at here? Where would you have been filled in 10 minutes? So see, this is why I theoretically trade some of this stuff, because if I'm not confident with the overall market direction, then I'm just not going to get in. I didn't have all the indicators pointing to this. It could still go the right way, but the chances of it going that way are a little bit lower. We are looking like we want to fail the 367 level. We're watching it. They're kind of right in that area, but a break below 367 might be good for us. Spread's worth 41. And again, I like to wait about 10 candles when doing these. I've noticed when back testing that's kind of one of the best areas you can get out. No matter what the indicators say, if you go about 10 candles is where you get the most profit. So we'll watch this here. The spread is currently worth 42, so that's a $2 profit. That's 0.5%, so 0.5%. Keep watching it, keep watching it. They're trying to chew through the 367 level. They still do have time to bounce off of that, and I don't want that to happen. That would be not good. So there's the third candle. So wait about 7 minutes, and then we'll see what happens. So I'll watch that. Gotta finish my muffin. There's a good drop there. Spread still worth 42, now up to 43. 44. So that's 2% profit, but with commissions, this is going to be about your break even at this point. If you're trying to day trade a spread, you might want to do a bit wider of a spread or multiple of these if you wanted to get more on that. But we're just doing some testing, real-time testing, to see where these spreads want to go. Five-minute MACD is getting close. Might actually open a short here in the next 15-20 minutes if we do get a couple candles to close below the 5-period SMA along with that MACD line cross. But yeah, my 10 candle thingy, I just noticed that as a back test that might be a good level where even if the indicators aren't pointing that way, 10 minutes is about, or 10 candles is a pretty good time where you're going to realize your max profit. Because while it may keep going up over that time, it's not going to be going up as extreme as it was. So it's still worth 43. Keep watching it. Keep watching it. I want to see it fail. Come on, man. A level I'm watching is 366.55, and then you also have this line here, which is basically the top of our channel that we broke up above. So the 10 candle thing, I kind of came up with that myself. I mean, someone else might have done it, but I did not take inspiration from anyone when I noticed this pattern, where I'm just like, what if I just waited 10 candles and then sold it? Or bought it, whatever. Like right here, if this was your short, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You would close at the close of the 10th candle. You want the move to be 10 candles is basically what you're doing. So, like if I could draw a vertical trend line here, right here, 90 degrees. So you open the trade here between these candles, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You're going down now. The spread is worth 45 now. And I love trading these little reversals. But yeah, those other spreads were way too close to me. Up to 47 the profit now. Again, this is this 8th candle, so we'd wait 2 more minutes and then see what our profit would have been. Very nice. That's actually a cool way to mark an entry with a vertical line. I think that looks really nice. I'm going to edit the properties of this, make the alignment go to the right. So our entry's right there at this little axis here. There's the open of your 9th candle. So we'll be closing the position in about 2 minutes, seeing what our profit would have been. Right now it's still 45. We enter the spread for about 40. If you got a good fill, you could have got maybe 39. But this would have been on Robinhood, so I don't think you would have gotten a good fill. So our 9th candle's pretty close to closing here. We got about 15 seconds on this candle, and then we'll have one more. I'll see what the fill would have been then. Right now it's still 45. Ticked up to 46 there. And let's see, Powell says we need more fiscal support. Yeah, that's true. So Powell must be talking right now. So it would be at the close of this candle. What is it worth right when the next one opens? Right now the spread is worth 46. Potentially this is a candle where we get a breakdown below that level. That would be crazy. Make our call spreads look pretty nice. 47 now. So every time this ticks up, we're adding a bit more percent. There's a breakdown below. Now it's worth 48. Wow. Not half bad. That's a 20% profit on this trade. If you wait till the close of this one, you got about 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Bam. You would have closed it right there. 48 cents. 10 candles later. Close at 48 cents. Oh, that's a skew. Oops. If I go over here, the indicator will show me when I'm dragging this. If it's a skew or not. It's a skew. Okay. But 10 candles, that gives you a good trading plan. Just exit it 10 candles later and see what your profit would have been. So I really like that. There's 90. And as you can, we are still going down now, but I just put 10 as that would be where I got out. And I think that works really well. Short exit at, so you'd put kind of a little X. Close at 28. This is a nice new experiment. I'm going to have to look at this because I'm really liking this strategy where you just short exit at 48. Okay. Right now it's worth 50, so only $2 more for that drop. But you got $8 on this. And then 2 more on that. That's about right. This is not letting me do this. I just want to go back to this. And then we're going to go to this, edit properties. Make it point the other way, left, right. And then we'll make it green because that's our profit. And you can see that when we got down to here, our RSI was down to 29. So while they could continue to move down, you're seeing the RSI is getting dangerously low. It's almost a good time. The green, I put green on the RSI there to kind of show maybe that's where you want to think about buying your position back. But I really, really like this strategy. Let's make this, edit the properties of this. We're going to make these green. And then I'll move the blue line. Just going to delete that for now. Remove. I'm going to take this picture because I really like that move. Spread is still worth 50, so that would have made you some money there. This might be a strategy I'll have to adopt. Let's go to my, this is not the right Instagram account. Omar Bourget. Let's see, I want to post a picture. I really like that short. Working on a trade strategy currently. right now I am running the strategy in real time and running it through back testing. Profits are looking pretty good, but I am still tweaking. So that wouldn't really be, I mean, you would consider it a short because you want it to go down, but you're actually longing a put. I'll just post it anyway, I don't care. Working on a trade strategy currently. Right now I'm running the strategy in real time and running it through backtesting. Profits are looking pretty good, but I'm still tweaking. We'll have more details later. Okay, we'll throw this on the Twitter. Okay. Okay. See, that looks really good because look at the turnaround now. The spread, if we look now, is worth 48. So we're back to basically what our profit was here. You have the MACD back down below. It's almost like you want to bet on a bounce back. But now we have the 5-minute MACD. This could be where you short. You got this. This might be your time to actually enter a short. Or a put spread, long a put spread. SPY. Let's check this out. So the 1 hour MACD wants to cross. The 1 day MACD wants to cross. The 5-minute MACD wants to cross. And so does the 1 minute. This might have been your ultimate short, but maybe we'll wait for a tick back up. See if they want to actually hold above this. Because if they go back up and they test this and they break back through, then I'll wait. But hey, if not, that could be your could be an entry there. But yeah, that's the strategy, right? It's just 10 candles. That works pretty well. Let's see where we would have used it back here. The only place you could have used it is probably right here because you want the MACD lines. MACD lines definitely. This would be your open. Oh, getting something freezing. Thinkorswim's not working for me. Hopefully not the entire computer just went down. Okay, we good? Okay, we're fine. So here would be 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You'd have closed it right there. You would have entered it right there. That was pretty sporadic there. That might not have been the best one. But that's the only other one I would have seen this morning. So, oh, we're getting smooth streaming. It's fine. So, I'll test the other ones, but maybe another rule is that doesn't happen in the first 30 minutes. I'm not just going to keep getting finer with it. I just want to look at these other ones. So, let's see what at the beginning of yesterday. Here's something. Low RSI. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's a little bit there. You might have made a bit more if you went to maybe 15. Here's another one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 would have been your max profit. Here again, low MACD. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So watch for continuations potentially. Here they keep running up. So this is not where you wouldn't be trading it anymore here. Potentially 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Did I count that right? This would be your open candle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You would have closed on that guy. Here's a MACD up above. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Would have closed on that. Holy cow. This might work, guys. There's an open 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We did have a wick up there. But that's not an obvious place where you would have closed. Here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That one's not as strong because you didn't really have the full open. I don't know if I even would have looked at it there. There's some more moves. Yeah, and that looks like that would have been it. What we're doing currently, though, we're going back down. Okay, here's a short. This is your short. This is the short, guys. We're going to sell some calls. We're going to get a 10-cent credit up at the 378, 379 call spread. Bid is 8, ask is 10. See if we can get filled at 10. If not, I'll move it to 9. Maybe a wick up will fill us at 9. Okay, what I'm going to do actually, I have other spreads in here already. I'm going to move this down and basically turn this call spread. We can get a 10, maybe even $11 fill on this guy. Just one lower, and that's going to turn one of our previous spreads. There we go. Got filled into a 2-fold spread. So now it's instead of a 373, 374 call spread, it's a 373, 375 call spread. Order for SPY 2 option strategy is what they call it. Did it like mesh it into one of my condors? Today's return. So yeah, today's return on these guys, I'm down 12, 8, and $2. So $22. That one moved to 21. So it's more like 20 now. But we are now back into the bullish. No, I'm bullish on my portfolio allocation. No. This is weird. It's not showing me all of my positions. It said I got filled. That's weird. Just a second. Let's look at our SPY options, see what we have on SPY. View SPY. So, here's what we own. 374 call. 378 call. We bought 74 and the 78 call. Bought the 49 put. Sold the 50 put, so that's right for that side. 373 call sell. 376 call sell. So it's got that I'm owning collateral, $400 collateral, contracts 10. Yeah, this is just showing me it's a 373 and the 374 calls, but if I look at the December 11th and I go to the calls, yeah, so here's the thing. It's a 376, 378 call spread. Okay, so it did work. So if we go to the 376 Iron Condor, yes, here it is. So it didn't get factored into my credit spread because this is actually part of a Condor. So the Condor just got unbalanced. What is this? Let's close this out. So I basically, when I added $1 wide of a spread for another $10 onto one of my options that I had, that was part of an Iron Condor. Let's see here. So I sold the 376 call and I bought the 377 call on that Condor originally, but right now I just bought the 377 call. No. I sold the 377 call and bought the 378 call, which closed the side that I bought on the Condor, opened it with a new spread, and then moved the one that I bought up to the 378. So I just rolled that option up one, basically, to get a little bit more credit on the downside. So that's basically what I did. And that's going to hopefully work pretty well for us. We are down $13 on the day on the small account. So I'm watching We're back up above 500 though, which is really nice because we were down at the 492 range. But I didn't panic. I didn't sell anything. I did get stopped out of the one on the long term, but that one was dumb. We're still in the money with the 366. I'm not going to keep that one. But that is looking okay. Although if you were doing that little 10 candle strategy thing, you would be longing next time you get an open above with a MACD line cross first. So does the MACD line cross need to happen first? Is that what we've determined? MACD line cross must happen first. Okay. Let's put a very specific criteria for this trade. We are going to say that the MACD must cross before or at the same time as your entry point. And my notes app is crashing on me. What are you doing? Okay. Stock entry checklist. Let's see. So we're gonna say 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do about 5 and see. Okay, I had to sneeze. I think I muted it. I don't know. I wasn't looking. Anyways, so 1, the first thing you would do for oh, it might not have muted because I typed it on this. I typed it in notes. It didn't. Oh wait, it did mute. Okay, it does let me. Good. Okay, so first thing for the stock entry list. RSI. Must be must be above 70 5 units anywhere in the 5-unit zone before entry. Second, MACD must be above/below 0 line and cross prior or at the time of entry. Thirdly, must wait for 1 candle to open and close below above. Okay, we'll do above/below the 9 simple moving average. Okay. Fourth, and then we can back test this and see what would have made more if we were doing naked options or if we were doing spreads. So the RSI must be above 70 anywhere in the 5-unit zone before entry. The MACD must be above or below the 0 line and cross prior or at the same time of entry. So this would be your entry at, wait, was it 70? It's below 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and not close enough. This could be an entry. We'll watch. We'll have to adjust the rules accordingly. But we'll see if this would have been a good long. If you went to SPY now and went, okay, let's say we wanted the long here. December 2nd. We're going to buy a call. We buy this one, sell this one. It's going to be about 40 bucks. Okay? 40. So that's your entry, 40. So okay. So green means we're buying. So this would be your open right there. Your MACD lines cross prior or at the same time of entry. RSI is below. We need to change when the RSI, what RSI needs to be below for it to work. Must wait for one candle to close above and below. Close trade exactly 10 candles after entry. In parentheses, at the open of the 11th candle. Because of the, let's see, because of the time frame for which we, because of the time frame we want to hold our options for, the 1 hour chart will not work. Will not work, capital N, O-T. Okay, because of the time frame we want to hold our options for, the 1 hour chart will not work because there is nowhere where you can enter a trade and then close it out exactly 10 hours later without both sides being while the market is open. So you can see right here, the market is only open for 6 or 7 hours. And then they're closed for the rest of the day for at least 15. So that you can't enter something and then exit it 10 hours later unless it's actual shares. The time frame we want to use our 1 hour chart for will not work. Okay. So the reason why we're going to say the RSI, MACD, all that stuff is because we might be able to do it on the 5 minute as well. 5 minute as well. All right. So right here would be our short entry. That's right at the MACD line cross. So that would be the closest we would cut it to entering a short. So 1, 2, 3, 4, we would be waiting about another 30 minutes to close out that trade. About 50 minutes, so about an hour is how long we would hold that for. Because the time frame we want to hold options for, the 1 hour chart will not work. Yes. All right. At the open of the 11th candle, close parentheses. Our little long trade that we would have entered here is down $1 after commissions. So we'll wait and see if that would have worked. The reason why I don't think that one will is because we did not have a very low RSI at all. Not to mention, the longer time frame RSIs are against it. Mnuchin says no reason to dispute BLS unemployment data. Okay. Actually, there's your run up. But I'll have to watch closely. It's back up to 40 right now. That's all it is. So it's not a huge move. But that is the open of your 6th candle. You'd keep watching that. We could look at an order in which you would exit. You would exit after 10 candles or when the RSI reaches 70. 70, 30 for a short, 70 for a long. And maybe there's a sweet spot where like actually it's 72 or 72 and a half. The spread's up to 42 bucks. You had everything in your favor here, except the RSI was not as low as I would have liked it. So we'll keep watching it. We'll test it. About an hour left here on the stream. Okay. Option is valued at 41. That's the at the money spread. So the 367 call that we bought, and then we sold the 368 call. So we aren't buying any naked calls here. You could have just bought the at the money 367 call for $124. But that's something I'll also have to do some research on. Would you have been better off? Um, would you have been better off just not getting in that time? Would you have been better off uh, doing calls or doing spreads? Which one's going to be better for the amount of money? You have to factor in commissions because I'll be doing this on TD Ameritrade. You're going to be doing about $1.50 total for a round trip option transaction. So if you're day trading an option spread, you would need a $3 profit to come out at break even. It would be a few cents above, I think, because it's about $1.40, 70 cents each way, something like that. It might be 60. I don't know. It's been a while. But basically, you would need your spread to make $3 in order to actually come out ahead. So on this one here, we shorted at 40, closed at 48. If you're paying about $3 to close out that spread, your total profit's only going to be more like $5. So that's 5%, which is still pretty good if you got a ton of those. We had to calculate what you've been better off doing if you wanted to do 10 of them, to do 5 $2 wide spreads, 2 $5 wide spreads, 1 $10 wide spread, where you're basically taking up just a small amount where you only want to capture that profit. So, not sure about that. The option's at 41 now. Let's see, this has been 1, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's the open of our 8th candle. We're up to 41 cents. Tick up to, is it 42? Oh, we got 43, guys. 43. There's the open of your 9th candle. Okay, so we're going to do text again. Right here, we would have longed at 40. Long entry at, we also got this one entered at 40. Okay. So we're just going to do it. We'll make it pointing at something below it. Alignment. Oh man, I keep flipping this around. About there is where our long entry was. We'll see which way we're going now. The spread's now worth 44. It's working very well. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we would close not at the end of this next candle, but the end of the one after that. Let's see if our phone's still alive here. We just got that new open. So it's the close of this candle that we would exit our position. So we would go to the trend line here. We're going to draw another 90 degree. I'm liking this strategy. Works well in the 1 minute. Okay, so be well right there. And we'll see what our price of the spread is right at the close of that. You can see the RSI is getting very close to 70. You can see about 10 candles is about what would have taken us to close out that way. We have 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. And we would have closed at $45. And there's our RSI, not quite to 70. We'll see what happens if we were to hold it until we got to the 70 on the RSI. Long exit at, that was at $45. That's where you would have gotten out with 10 candles. Okay? So it's not only calculating a good exit, a good entry, it's also a good exit. Oh crap, what was that? There we go. All right, we're going to edit properties of this guy. Go to green. And then alignment, we're going to do, let's do right. Edit properties. Alignment right, let's do top. Man, this strategy's cool. So we're going to edit the properties of this line and make it green. Remove drawing. Remove drawing. Look at that. So the criteria was MACD line cross needed to happen within 5 candles is about what I said. We would have entered there. RSI had to be low. We need to calculate what the RSI needs to be below. But this is looking really good. 1 hour again will not work. Close that at 45. The spread's worth 44 right here. That's really weird. Now it's 46. So let's keep seeing what would it be if we closed it out when the RSI touches that top. You wait for the RSI to get to 70 and then exit? Because right now it's at 47. It's really close to 70. This is a very smooth oscillation, though, that we're getting. That's very nice. Fed's policies upside risk over medium term. That sounds about right. Back down to 45. The RSI never touched 70 yet. We'll keep watching. It might right here. Perhaps if it gets to about the 367 level. It's a lot of volume right there on that candle. Spread still worth 45. This is almost like the move would have to be extended even longer for you to make the same profit. I'm thinking that 10 candles might be better. I'm just trying to tear this thread off my stupid pants. Okay. Worth 46. RSI still not to 70. Let's get it right on the dotted line. I want the arrow pointing straight down at our line. We're going to move the alignment of this guy. We're going to edit the properties. We want it pointing from alignment. We're pointing to something on the... Man, I don't understand this thing. I keep getting it backwards. I'm trying to reverse psychology my way into this, but it's not working. There we go. And then we'll enter this right, we'll put this one. We want this one to say bottom. That's what side the text is on. Go over one like that. That lines us up. There's your short entry, your short exit, your long entry, your long exit. So $5 profit there. $8 profit here. Minus commissions, this is 2. This is 5. But I'm really liking that. Okay, let's check out the... Okay. So RSI must be above 70 anywhere in the 5-unit zone before entry. Is that true? Well, it was right here on this one. Been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This would have been 6 candles. Okay, what about this one over here? This one, the RSI was dangerously high right there. And then we had 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we entered on the 5th candle. Okay. I have to use a lot of these indicators in conjunction with one another. I really, really like this. I mean, I really, really like it. Oh. The first step. I lied. The first step. Do not attempt to enter any trade using this strategy within the first 30 minutes of market open. Okay, so now you're running back up more. That spread's now worth 48, and the RSI made it to there. So I think for the little 10-minute chunk you caught here, that's nice. This would have been nicer. But sometimes you can't use the MACD. I mean, the MACD turned gray right on the close. This one at the exit turned gray after here. Okay, that might be one to look at. Or we could do after the second of these three events or the third of these three events. Lots of math we can do. But the spread is currently valued at 47. You probably could have filled it at 48 right there. So it's not, the primary priority is not maximizing profit, it's limiting your risk. You see this little move we caught right here, this little 10-minute move? It ended right here when this MACD changed. The max price would have been realized if the RSI got up to about 70. So the RSI went from below 30 to above 70 here in about 20 minutes. Very interesting. And our spread is back down to 70 bucks. So we're back down a bit on the account since we averaged into the put side when we started the turn. But I'm still optimistic we're going to see a turnaround, so I'm going to hold some of that stuff. Let's see how the big account is doing. That one's just got condors now. No directional spreads. We did close out of the put sides, though, on some of them, so we might actually be down on some. We'll see. There's a tick back down. So here's your MACD, RSI. This could be an entry. RSI was above 70 within the last 5 minutes. Okay. So you would wait now 2 candles. The MACD line cross looks like it'll be at a good time. Oh man, this is working good. All right, we're going to prepare another short. Let's go to SPY now. S&P 500 ETF. We're going to trade options. We would go to the weeklies. We would buy a put. At the money put is 366. We would sell the 365 put. That would be worth $33. So we'll wait here. It would be at this next open. It would be filled at, let's see, it's worth 33. Watch the clock here. $15 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Oh, that's going faster. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boom. We'd enter at 32. Short at 32. So we got our MACD line cross at about the same time. The RSI was above 70 within 5 candles. We are going to go here. We would enter short at 32. This is assuming you can get filled at that level. Let's edit the properties here. Go red. We're going to do top. No, we want bottom. We want it pointing at right there. Let's put the arrow right about where we want it. If you enter the short there, we're 30 now. We have a similar strategy showing up on the 5-minute, but the RSI is too high on the 5-minute. It's also extremely high RSI on the 1 hour, the 1 day. The test positivity rate in the focus area under New York's microcluster strategy is 6.27%. That's getting high. We'll see which way the stock wants to go here in about 10 minutes. See if it'll break through new highs. Will we get the short we wanted? Is that MACD line false cross? Because the RSI is very high. So we'll watch and see what happens to that trade. Again, we met our entry criteria. I'm still adjusting that. I am not actually trading this. I'm just seeing what the mark price of that trade was at that time. And then we'll also have to go back and back test what different options would have gotten us at that time. How much were we risking? How much were we making percentage-wise off of the allocated capital? Because we would have entered the short at 32, right there at that open. Actually, I put the line in the wrong spot. It would have been right here. So you were to wait for 10 candles. And we'll see where it closes. We got about 40 minutes left on stream today. I really like doing this back testing stuff. Eventually, this is what I hope to do when I'm actually officially day trading. These are the type of strategies I'd want to do. So we just have to test them now and see how they would do. So the 5-minute MACD lines have crossed back to the upside a few minutes ago, but the RSI is high. The MACD lines are above the 0 line. And again, you have the 1 hour and the 1 day above the 0 line still, and the MACDs there. The 1 hour, RSI just crossed above 70 for SPY here on the 1 hour, and it's getting close to that level again on the 1 day. But we will watch for a close, for an open below. Potentially, we'd have to watch and see, would you have to wait another candle to get into these trades? Would you be better off waiting another candle? Or is the sweet spot getting in here and just letting it go? There's our 5th candle to open. We're almost back down to the entry price here. Spread is worth 32, which was our entry price. But yeah, $32 for your spread entry. That's pretty low. Sure, I can get up to like 35 or 36 if you had a big move in the right direction, but you kind of want it to... It's going to take a big move to turn it around. So, I'm going to watch it here. You wick down, went back into break even. You're back down to the wick. Is it going to try to close? You need to have some stop loss strategies in place if it turns on you. So if you saw that big move up, what move up are you willing to just take the loss? $2, $3 loss, a movement on the chart that you didn't like. There's the open of the 6th candle. The price of the spread is still 32. We'd like to get it up to about 35 by the end of the close of the 10th candle in order to actually realize any profits. Because again, with commissions, you aren't going to get... you'll get good fills, I think, but not the best, I don't think. Looking at the oscillation of the stock, though, it almost looks like we were kind of trending up and then kind of going down, but you had this wick down for a few minutes, and that's what triggered us into the entry. So we'll keep watching it. We had the MACD line cross. We had the high RSI. This was above 55, but as long as it was over 70 in the last 5 candles before, that's what we're trying right now. We could change that. But SPY's now 5 straight gray candles. I'd be looking at this level potentially 366.65. That's about 67. That's 22 cents lower than where we are right now. A little bit more than that. 23. 366.80 is another level now. I want to see them break through. They are making a pretty clean line here. That could be one where they break up. If they break up out of that level, that would be probably an exit. But let's just wait 10 candles. And then we can determine maybe the MACD has to be a certain distance away from the 0 line. Maybe the RSI has to be... We need more specific criteria to potentially do this. This is something like I don't plan on buying this, but the option alpha trade bot, that would be, I think, a really cool thing to try this strategy out on, where you give it a really specific set of things to trade and it can do it for you. While I don't plan on buying it, maybe if I perfect the strategy, I can give it to someone and say, hey guys, try this. Does it work? I don't know. Spread currently valued at 32. We're back down to our entry price, now up to 33. That was the, let's see, 5, 6, 7, 8th candle. So we'll be closing the position in about, let's see here, about 2 minutes here. 2 minutes and 10 seconds. There's your 2-minute mark. Gonna wait 2 more. Spreads worth 31. You have a little bit of theta on these guys, but it's really, really low theta. That's a lot of volume. Why is there so much volume? That's like 1 million shares of volume. What is happening? Mnuchin sees more fiscal response needed for coronavirus. Sees improvement. What is this? Sees more importance to agreeing on something that can be passed quickly. Thank you. Thank you. That would be amazing, yes. So that news kind of, well, remains to be seen whether or not it threw a wrench into the trade. That, again, is simulated. I've never seen such high volume on a doji. Why is it... It finished almost as a doji. That's crazy. Okay. The option value cents. We'll see what it is right here at close. If we can get another gray here, that would be nice. Got about 40 seconds on the trade. We're going to draw a trend line here. 90 degrees. If you had commissions, this trade is probably going to be a loss. Right there is where our close would be, right here. 20 seconds. Wait, 1 tick over, there we go. 10, 9. I can't even count. This watch I have doesn't have like seconds on it. Okay. Boom. And the trade was worth 32 cents. Ticks right up to 33 right after that because of this, but you know, that would have been your break even. Let's see if there was anything that would have kept us from selling it here. MACD lines still working their way down. RSI was right at 50. Like, it's not even that low. It's lowering a little bit slower here. You have the 5-minute MACD lines wanting to cross. Would that have been a good exit? Because that's break even right there. Why not do that? One other argument you could have is that this right here is arguably a new entry. It was worth 32 right here. What if that's another entry? Let's mark that real quick. So this would have been break even. Let's draw another trend line here. 90. We're going to do, this would have been your entry at 32. Enter short at 32. We're going to command click this and just duplicate the drawing. You would have entered a short again. You'd have exited short at, we're going to command duplicate this one and scroll it over here. Short exit at, well, we'll have to change that because it was, short exit was at 32, so that was break even if you didn't have commissions. But here you're entering another short at 32. That's not a typo. We're going to copy this one, though, and edit the properties. We exited this one at 32. Okay. But here we entered another one because you had the MACD here, high RSI. We'll have to see if we need to revise the RSI one at all, depending on whether or not this one goes good. This is something where we can slowly adjust it and say, hey, you know what? Would this have been better? Would an at the money, would an in the money debit spread have been better? Where the option that you bought is in the money and the one you sold is out of the money? I don't know. You want to get a place where there's a good delta spread. For instance, if we went to trade and we went and looked, so we're doing this strategy with weeklies. The delta here difference is 10. Delta here is 9. No, this is 11. Delta here is 12. Delta here is 11, 11, 10, 10, 8, 6. So you want to get where it's going to be a good price, because right here, right at the money, you have a delta of 10, where a dollar move is going to make you $10 on average. The gamma on both of them is the same. But you're only paying about, it looks like 60 cents, 50 cents debit. But let's see if this new entry would have been something where you have the MACD lines crossing a bit ago, and then you waited for this to open. A little bit higher volume again. Must be something else someone's saying. The RSI is going down. The spread's worth 33. The 366 put is worth 129. Now it's up to 35. That would erase commissions. Wow. So this is your 7th candle. And I wonder if actually selling a spread would make you more here. It would take more collateral, so the percentage gain on it would be smaller. So I'm not sure about that. Spread's currently worth 34. We got a lot of gray candles here in a row, lots of wicks, and then that 1 million share minute there in the middle of all this. I think it was when Mnuchin said something. 1022? Well, he said it here. And then we had it. Here's the 8th candle. That one's a pretty strong white candle. Spread back down to 33. Still only up $1 now. 32, back to break even. see what happens here. That's a big white candle there on that. There was a lot more gray volume on this, so a lot more selling here. Now they bought back in. The price is up to 31, so that's not what we wanted. What would have made us close it there? The RSI reaches 40 or 60. Holy cow. What is this? What is this volume? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So you would go after the close of the next candle. I thought this was a losing trade, and now we're wicking down like crazy. Mnuchin spoke with Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell. White House Chief of Staff Mark Meadows pressed Trump this morning. All agree there should be targeted fiscal response. Then why are they dropping like mad in the middle of our short? Okay. One more candle. How's it going to be at the end of this candle? This would be our official close if we had a computer doing this. Right here. 90 degrees. The option was up to 38 there for a minute. You could have just said, you know what? Forget all these rules. I'm taking my $6 profit. And now we're going back up. Holy crap. Will this be a losing trade after all? Have 20 seconds. Yeah, you were just one late. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Is it the close of the 9th candle where you want to do it? Because there's your close right 3 seconds right there. Spreads at 34. $34. So $2 profit. That's if you did 10 minutes. 10 minutes of waiting. Is it worth it? Holy cow. Okay. Well, it was worth 38 here. So you could just manually override it. You need to include that. I need to include that. Manual override if profit, if big catalyst. This would be short exit at 34 would have been our price. So made 8 cents, made 5 cents, broke even, made 2 cents. Let's edit properties. Got about 25 minutes left on stream. I am going to keep testing the strategy because I really like that. First reports received FDA emergency use authorization for new semi-quantitative what? Test to measure level of SARS-CoV-2 antibodies will begin shipping test to U.S. labs next week. Oh, cool. You can test for the antibodies. Okay. Left, we want it to be on top, no, bottom, below the arrow. Yes, I figured it out. Okay. So there would have been our short exit. But with 9 candles, it was worth 38. So for a debit spread, that's a really good amount there, just for a few minutes. Let's see, it was worth 38 plus 6. Here. Edit properties. I go right, and it's green. Okay, this additional one, for some reason we're going to remove that one. It was worth 38 there, but we would have closed it at 34. Okay. And it looks like we won't have another entry for a while because of where the MACD is. But commissions would have made that. Let me look at this on a bigger chart. Charts here. SPY. It's the 1 minute right here. Turn this grid off, just make it 1. Go to 1 minute. Beautiful. Look at that stuff right there. Shorted here, exited there, longed here, exited there, short here, exit here, but we entered another short there, and that's where we made this money. It was actually worth plus $6 here. But now we're dropping again. I did not see any other thing that would confirm us down, as we did not have a good enough MACD. We need to switch to RSI with the MACD on this guy. It's backwards on this one. But yeah, I'm liking this strategy. I'm going to have to back test this some more. Go try it on other days. But this might be a really good strategy. I need to find some more particular criteria for what the MACD is doing on the times where you win more, and what it made when like you do less. I don't know, but this is so cool. Okay. That's our day trade strategy though. Let's see what our profit is right now. Our mini account's back under 5 right now. Got to be careful there, but we are getting a drop. Fed's policy, state local government tax revenue has been less affected than we expected. That's good. Very exciting strategy. So yeah, now there's a bit more volume now and all this. The Powell must be talking. So yeah, higher volatility though is probably going to shoot the value of the long term down a bit. I can't wait to move that back to TD Ameritrade. I'll be in here soon. I'll probably have to enter trades off a different screen so people can't see the balance when I'm entering on this big one. But yeah, lots of back testing we'll have to do. Lots of strategies where what would you have made this way, what would you have made that way. Alrighty, 20 minutes left. We'll wait for a MACD cross. I'm going to take a quick break, but I don't think we'll get another chance to run this test again before I get off for the day, stop streaming for the day. I will be right back though, so just give me a minute. Just a second here, almost done. Alrighty, back for the last 10 or so minutes here. Mini accounts down 3% because of our implied volatility rise. We did exit some put spreads for profit this morning. Could have waited a little bit later, maybe closed it out for $1 more, but it was a tiny little put spread. Been back testing this strategy here. You can see that I would have entered here, exited here. It's a lot of like if-then statements. I need to order those all the right way to see if I can get the right one and then back test it for a few days. I think that would be really cool. But yeah, the next potential place that we could test this strategy would probably be, I think we might be done with it for the day. It might be like you want to have high enough liquidity, not just see a certain stock movement. So, but we did have our 5-minute MACD line cross on the 5-minute here. This is where you would have entered a short. Would have been a little bit low for a short, but as you can see, it wouldn't have done well over the last hour, but now it's kind of cooling off again. Working on new lows. $38 was the price of that put spread. Let's see what it is now. It might not be that bad now. We went to December 2nd. Sell the puts and buy the 366. It's 38 cents now. So it was worth 38 here. It's now actually worth 38. And maybe if you traded off the simple moving average, that could have been an entry. I think you have to wait for all the indicators to line up because I think an upside move might be more probable here. You do have a potential for a downside move here on the 5-minute. Not sure if I want to count that. Let's see if that will work. That would look good. So, I don't think this would have been an entry for the trade. Excuse me. I don't think it would have been an entry for the trade because we didn't have the MACD and the RSI also on our side. I would have liked for them to be higher. Here on the 5-minute, though, you could make a case for that. That could have been your entry up here, 366.27. Not sure. We could see how they're doing in the next 10 minutes after that. It could just be you get a good enough solid confirmation below. I mean, right now, no, you're just forcing it. You wouldn't force it. But this would be a downward trend. This is a potential entry for the trade right here would have been the open of this candle. So 366.43, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Here's your 7th candle. See where you would have closed at 10. Would the indicators have even been relevant? The problem is, since the indicators weren't on my side, I don't think I would have been down with having that be the case. Having that be a good entry. This episode of your first trade. Okay. I'm gonna watch that. I really like that connector. I want to get that. So here's the open of your 8th candle. Look at the time. We got about 15 seconds till the open of the 9th candle, and see where we would have gone if we closed at 10. Big spike up, a little bit higher volume there. There's your open. See if this would be 10. Again, your entry would have been here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wait, is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it would actually be the one after this, but we do have 4 minutes left on the stream, but if you guys want to watch, what I'd actually look for is a long here. This would not have been an official short for me. I'd look into a long. If we get a candle to open above here, you could enter the 11:58 candle entry, because we have the MACD lines getting ready to cross. It could happen first, which is what we want. And then we have a lower RSI. So this would be your candle where it's 57. It's 11:57 Eastern. 10:57 for me. Where you wait for one, and the open of the next one you would long. We're going to do that one. Buy a call. Let's see if we did a 367 call. Sell a 368 call. Difference on that, guys, 42. We'll see what it is here right at the end of a minute. We got 30 seconds. We're going to command duplicate this drawing. Bring one over here. Lots of wick. I'm not sure if I like that. Nevertheless, this would be your entry if you follow the indicator. And enter. 40 cents. At the money call is 115. 41.15. Let's see. 41.15. 40. At the money was debit spread. ATM debit spread. 40. At the money call. Naked call was 118. That's what I said, right? 118. So we'll see where that goes in 10 minutes. That can be part of our back test. We can say, okay, what would we have made? What are we risking on this? Could we have gotten, how many would we have gotten for that? Are we tripling profit? What are we doing? The call is worth 114 now, so it's very volatile. That's why you kind of want to sell something to protect yourself, because if you had the spread, you'd only be down $2 right now. Nevertheless, that was your entry. We'll see where that goes in 10 minutes. So, again, trying out this new strategy. We'll see what happens with it. Check it in 10 minutes. But for now, that is the end of today's stream. We have about 30 seconds left, so we can see the MACD line cross here happen potentially, and then I will be off. So thank you to anyone who had taken a bit of time out of their day to watch today. I'll be back same time tomorrow, and I'll be going till 11 as many days as I can. That's Eastern, by the way. No, 11 Central, 12 Eastern. Anyways, my words. I need to stop. Okay, I will see you guys same time.